Keep in mind there are 6 teams, and only 2 teams have actually competed 2 events, so the scores will be out of whack for a few rotations. Georgia in first, Penn State in second. The other 4 teams have only gone on 1 apparatus. Here is the rotation order now. Iowa moves to vault, Arizona to the bars, Alabama to the beam. Florida moves to the floor. The teams on the bye are Georgia and Penn State. And we will now go to the balance beam. And Shannon Hrozek, she's an all-around competitor out of the Woodlands in Texas. 3-time Scholastic All-American. And she's a senior.
They have a lot to overcome after the uneven bar performance. They really got to pick up the scores. And this is an event they can do it on. It's just tough early in the season when you're really trying to hit everything just perfectly.
So far the scores, Rachel Delahousse had a 9.675. Aaron Wrightley a 9.6 for Alabama on beam.
Layout step out. Little check on the landing. Whoa, and the music is so loud. Unfortunately, this is the loudest I've ever heard it during a competition. My heart's pounding. And I like loud music, but wow.
We're finding more and more of this in collegiate gymnastics. This place is rocking, and these young ladies are having a good time with gymnastics. But it puts all the more pressure on the athlete who's on another apparatus like the beam here.
I don't know, it's so loud, it's almost like white noise. Maybe she doesn't hear a thing. Chris seems unfazed by it. So far, very solid. Double twist dismount. Little give in the knees on the landing.
Alabama
you can tell they haven't been landing on the hard surface yet. You really want to protect athletes early in the season. They're doing a lot of landings in pits, a lot of landings in soft mats. So when you get into competition, it's a rude awakening to feel that hard floor.
You see her coaches there, Sarah and David Patterson, 27 years running that program. 4 NCAA titles, 22 consecutive appearances. And in 2003, she was elected into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. She is a legend down there in Tuscaloosa.
And with all this experience among these coaches, they know not to worry too much this early in the season. They're seeing some of the mistakes probably they expected to see. They just need to convince their athletes it's okay. And we heard Susan early in the competition on floor exercise said, hey, you're just not used to the hard landing. Hold back a little bit.
Here are the scores that we've seen so far. 9.675, 9.6, 9.825 for Shannon Hrozek. So Alabama rebounding on the balance beam, strong.
They're probably saying crank the music even higher. That's helping us out over here. The judges might lose their minds there.
This is a real test of a team after a disastrous performance on the uneven bars. How can they come back on a pressure event like the beam? And they're showing strong composure here.
That's why you see this team repeatedly at the top. They know how to come back from that type of thing. There's very nice flexibility on this event.
Alabama program is proud of their academic achievements as well as their athletic achievements. 141 academic All-SEC athletes. And the coaches, Sarah and David Patterson, talk about their goal to develop a whole person, not just an elite athlete. And they seem to be doing a terrific job down there in Tuscaloosa.
Most of these programs really keep that in mind. Especially with some of the programs that are taking the elite gymnasts, helping them transition and then into life. It's awesome. Nice job so far.
Well, the Crimson Tide is rolling right back into this. Don't go away. More gymnastics on ESPN. Bart Connor and Kathy Johnson-Clark back here at the University of Florida, the Super 6 gymnastics competition. Here are the scores for Alabama on the balance beam. 9.825 so far, the high score. 9.6, a low score, and not a terribly low score at that. The pressure now on Ashley Miles, who she tends to know how to deliver, Kathy.
You can see her there really gathering her thoughts, focus, concentration. Oh, a very difficult mount. Round off layout. Most of the athletes are choosing not to do that difficult amount. Just get on the beam and get going.
We talked about the energy in this building. They're used to competing in front of 9, 10, 11, 12,000 people back home in Alabama, so they're used to this kind of atmosphere. In fact, maybe they feed off of it a little bit. She's the first Alabama gymnast to repeat as an NCAA champion since Dana Dobransky-Duckworth, who did it back in 92 and 93 on the balance beam, and Dana happens to be one of their volunteer assistant coaches. They all have huge coaching staffs. I think Georgia has 10 people listed on their roster on their coaching staff, including physical therapists and sports psychologists.
Gymnastics has come a long, long way.
It's about time.
Now watch this. Way up in the air. Double back.
Whoa.
Wow, what a great landing. That's 2 for her. Good landing.
Kathy, now she challenged herself a bit more difficulty than is even required with the rules here in collegiate gymnastics.
Right off the bat as well, Bart. Round off layout. Her hips were a little askew in the top. She corrected pretty well and saved it. And the dismount, and many of the athletes are changing dismounts to easier dismounts that they can stick. Nope, she's going to do the hard one and stick it too.
All right, well, they're happy over there on the balance beam. Alabama coming back. We're going to turn our attention in this 4-ring circus. Mari Bayer took to the beam.
She's very pretty on this event. Long legs, she can show them off, show off the flexibility and fluid movement, and a chance to redeem herself.
After that bad landing, unfortunately for Orly Schmutz, 9.175 her score on the floor for Florida.
Nice control. Here's the balance beam. Might as well show balance, and that was really pretty. It's nice to see some choreography on beam, especially in elite gymnastics. We're getting so many tricks back to back to back.
And so the score, 9.625 for Mari Bayer. And when we come back, Georgia comes off the bye. They will take to the uneven bars. Don't go away. More gymnastics to come.